Welcome back to the Football Terrace. Hit the like button, subscribe. It was a hectic night tonight if you were trying to watch all these games. Manchester City bow out to Tottenham 2-1. Chelsea beaten, knocked out by Newcastle United. Manchester United 5. Leicester City 2. We are through to the next round. Liverpool with a very good win, 3-2 away at Brighton, and Arsenal with a very comfortable 3-0 victory. Nwaneri standing out and looking very good tonight. This is the full fan highlight show. We want your thoughts, feelings, opinions. There's so many games to talk about. There's so many things to jump into, but I'm starting with my team, Manchester United. That's what I'm starting with. I don't care. And listen, I just want to say thank you, Ruud. Thank you, Ruud van Nistelrooy. Excellent performance. Yeah, Leicester scored a couple of goals. One of them was very lucky, but look, excellent performance. Casemiro with a screamer and a brace. Bruno Fernandez, first 2 goals of the season. Garnacho scoring again. And it was just, I watched the game, I had a smile on my face. We go through to the next round of the cup. Obviously, we'll be live for that draw. It wasn't perfect in every single area. Nobody was expecting it to be. But we scored goals. We played some nice football. Ugarte looked good. De Ligt, excellent again at the back. Very, very impressed with him. Casemiro, it was like he was rolling back the years. It was amazing. So look, I was very, very happy. It was scary tonight. I'm going to say it was scary tonight by Manchester United. First time, by the way, in getting on for 5 years since we have scored 4 goals in the first half against a Premier League opponent. So excellent from Manchester United tonight. I'm just blown away and happy with it. We've been starved, mate. We've been starved for a long time. Well done to Ruud van Nistelrooy. Well done to the boys. We roll on to Chelsea next and feeling confident going into that game now that we could get a result. Speaking of the Chelsea game, look, Chelsea probably had the better of the football. Being honest and being open, Chelsea had the better of the football. They played the nicer football at times. But it was very much, it was like the Three Little Pigs. It was like the Three Little Pigs in the end. No matter how much those Wolves huffed and they puffed and they blew, they could not blow Newcastle down. The first goal, look, you could call it disastrous playing out from the back. I thought Newcastle's press was very, very good. The second goal, the disaster, the own goal, took the game beyond them. But I also think the attacking element today, and you look at the talent they had on the pitch at any one point. You know, Mihailo Mudryk was out there. João Felix, Madueke came on as an example. Christopher Nkunku. The quality they had out there, the attacking element was off for Chelsea today. And this will be a big, big, big disappointment for them. It really will be a big disappointment for them because they've got to start winning trophies again. And this was the first attempt for Maresca, and he has failed. And he has fouled it in a big way. Well done, though, by the way, to Newcastle, because I didn't even realize this until the end of the game. I heard the commentator say it's the first time in their club's history they've made the quarterfinal of the Carabao Cup 3 years in a row, which in itself is, you know, it's a very big achievement for them. They're obviously going to want to get back to that final and try and win that silverware. But I think Chelsea tonight overall, nowhere near the standard that they want to be. And I understand there was a lot of rotation. I understand that it isn't their entire first team, but still a huge amount of talent on that football pitch. And I think they'll be very, very disappointed indeed. When it comes to Arsenal, look, there was probably the game which it wasn't a Premier League clash. You knew they were going to beat Preston, in my personal opinion. Started off not slowly. Preston were hard to break down. They were sticking it to Arsenal, but they just had too much class tonight. I thought Ethan Nwaneri, not just his goal. If you go and see his goal, go and watch his goal, it was great. It was absolutely great. And if you're an Arsenal fan, you're going to be buzzing. Is he English, this young man? Is in the nationality that he's playing for? Is he English? I hope so, because this is another top talent that my country could, but he is English, that we could benefit from. I assume so, but you never want to assume this day and age. So I thought there was a player that I thought was English before. It turned out it was Irish. I never knew. Same thing. Also, I met a Colombian group of friends once during the World Cup in 2014, and he said to me, well, isn't it a shame that Michael Carrick is Welsh and not playing for England? I was like, no, bro, he's English. You couldn't believe it. But there we go. But Nwaneri was just excellent today overall. His goal was sublime. And from that point, it was very comfortable for Arsenal. It really was. Kai Havertz's goal as well. Listen, I don't really care about the level of opposition because people pick and choose when the level of opposition matters and it counts. Bullet header from him. Excellent finish indeed. Arsenal go through to that next round. And we're going to get onto Man City in a moment. With City going out, I always feel this competition opens up far more. But there's still a lot of very good teams in this. So well done to Arsenal tonight. A lot of their fringe players and a lot of their kids getting them through to that next round. Some good rotation for them. We'll be speaking to Saad about that. Liverpool's game, I watched the first 15 minutes and I watched quite a bit of the second half. I really enjoyed the football match. If I'm being Liverpool, the better team, I felt throughout the course of the 90 minutes. But it was a very traditional cup tie. Both teams attacked. Both teams were open. It was very end-to-end. And look, they went 3-1 up, Liverpool, and it looked comfortable. And then they conceded a very unlucky goal towards the end, a big deflection. And it made it a little bit nerve-wracking maybe for the last 5 minutes. But Liverpool absolutely deserving, in my humble opinion, of a place in the next round. Gakpo had an excellent performance overall. 2 goals from him as well. Luis Diaz with another goal. And look, unlike Maresca, who has failed in this tournament this year, Slot's first attempt, they're in a quarterfinal. The draw's in about 20 minutes, so we'll find out who everybody gets. And listen, if Liverpool get Southampton at home or Brentford at home or Palace at home in the next round, they're going to win that game. This Liverpool team isn't losing a cup game like that at home, in my humble opinion. Then suddenly you're in the semis and you're very close to winning your Slot's first major trophy. So yeah, they very much deserve that today. And the final, Aston Villa went out as well, by the way, tonight. Obviously, we do cover other teams at times, on the Football Terrace as per our description. We covered a few Villa games last year. We've covered them in the Champions League. Every now and then we'll cover other leagues. We did a bit of Bundesliga in lockdown as an example, and ever since then we've touched on some bits and pieces elsewhere. But predominantly we do the top 6 in the Prem. And I didn't watch any of their game, but they are out. And I think that's a massive, massive, massive disappointment for Unai Emery. He gets so much praise. He gets so much love. He gets so much attention when it comes to how well they're doing in the league, and rightfully so. But I will say that a home tie against Crystal Palace should be winning this. Because the one thing that Aston Villa have still been missing for a hell of a long time, I think since they beat Man United, ironically, I say ironic because I'm saying it, in the early 90s in the EFL Cup, which was then, I think it was called the Coca-Cola Cup when they beat, I think, a Coke with the sponsors. So a very disappointing night for Villa. But in the big news, Tottenham knock out City. And I said earlier on today on Straight Facts that for me, this was City with the team under most pressure. With a team under most pressure to win tonight. I think we all knew that City were going to rotate. But City's rotation is still a very, very good team. Still a very, very good team indeed. They went very strong. I saw Timo Werner on the team sheet, though, and I thought, why have you done this? And he scored! I laughed so hard when he scored. Because I didn't tweet out why is he starting. I just thought about it in my head, and I was like, I'm so glad I didn't tweet it. Just because you get a lot of stick, don't you? But they did very well tonight, Tottenham. And there was a little 15-minute period towards the back end of the first half where City started to dominate, and then they scored, and you're starting to think, ooh, Spursy. Cooey, Spursy. I thought Spursy was around the corner, but they played very well in the second half. And look, some good saves. Basuma clearing off the line. I mean, Richarlison should have put the game to bed. Guardiola and John Stones having, and by the way, Guardiola and John Stones on the pitch. They didn't play scrubs tonight, Spurs. But Spurs beat them. And Spurs probably, if you're an Arsenal fan, you'll think you do. If you're a Man United fan, I want Almerim to get his first trophy. I understand why Chelsea fans will be desperate for a trophy for Slot, and it's been a few years since their last domestic trophy. But I feel like out of all of the top 6 sides, Spurs are under the most pressure to win a trophy. They simply have to be because of the length of time, and they knocked out the best team in the world today. And they're the best team in the world because they've got the best manager. They're the best team in the world because they have the best squad. Not the biggest, but certainly the best squad. And Tottenham did very, very well tonight to knock out Manchester City. However, now, Tottenham, you can't just do this tonight and get knocked out in the next round. I feel like you've got to go on and win it now. Barring an away draw to Arsenal or Liverpool in the next round, which is hard for everybody, go on and win it now. You've knocked out the best team in the world. You've knocked out the best team in the country. What it also does, listen, I understand that Haaland and a few other players are going to be back. What does this do for Tottenham's confidence going into the league games coming up as well? So look, loads to sink our teeth into tonight on the Football Terrace. If you haven't done so yet, get that like button smashed. If you haven't subscribed yet, why not? Get it done, people. Get that done right about now. But, and obviously we've got some big updates coming soon on the Football Terrace. Some nice changes coming. I'm so excited, honestly. And I can't wait to talk about it. A year. What I've had to do in the last year pains me. Especially with a lot of the stuff that gets said. Oh, I can't wait to address it. Oh, it's going to be amazing. But we looked at some of our new stuff today that we're getting, and it's just like, honestly, I was like a kid at Christmas. I really, really was. Let's get to some of your comments before my panel comes out tonight. We've got KJ, we've got Saar, we've got Tom Little, we've got Hamza. Don is meant to be coming on, but I don't know. Don never shows his face when Chelsea lose, so I doubt Don is going to be here, if I'm being honest with you. So yeah, I don't know if Don's going to arrive. Where's Don at? I don't know where he is. Where's man like Don? Let's do some of these super chats here. Maresca got it wrong on this one. Badia Shield and Dazarsi need replacing. Nail in the coffin for Hall. And dare I say Enzo too on those performances. Yeah, look, I am going to say this. I didn't focus heavily on the Chelsea game in the sense of my match was on. Liverpool were on, the City game was on, and maybe it was fluke. So I'm going to ask a question here. It's not a statement. It's a question, not a statement. I repeat, it is a question, not a statement. But every time I lifted my head, it just seemed to be that Enzo was giving the ball away, making the wrong pass, having a bad touch. Now, was it just fluke that I saw this tonight? Or would that be a fair reflection of his game? So again, that is a question, not a statement. But yeah, it didn't look great from what I saw from him tonight. City only 12 outfield players fit, 37% out injured. What? 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 You've got 37% out injured. Let's have a little look here. Let's have a look at what you just said. I'm not saying you're lying. I just didn't know. I'm shocked. So Carl Walker's out, Grealish is out, Rodri's out, Bob's out, Doku's out, De Bruyne's out, 6. So you only have 18 outfield players. Really? I didn't realize you had 8. Genuinely, you've only got 8. Oh, I suppose you've got Savio look injured, so 7. I mean, still, that would be 8. You've only got 18 outfield players. Wow. Well, you've got an amazing academy, one of the best in the world. It's time to do what all the great clubs for the history of football have done and bring them out. 12 out. You've only got 18 outfield players. That's crazy. By the way, when I'm going by the injuries, I'm only going by what it's listed here on who scored. So don't shoot the messenger. Just like the Newcastle fans that attacked me today, going, you're making up stories about Piff. I'm not making them up. I'm reading the stories in the mainstream media. Like I always say, be polite. If you've got stories that supersede it, send them to me. None of them ever seem to do it. It's not my fault. I didn't write the stories. People seem to think I make journalists write stories. Spurs beat a City team that didn't want to win. No, I'm not having it. I'm not having this. See, this is the problem. We cannot laugh at Tottenham, scold Tottenham, slag Tottenham off, and then when they win a really big cup game, say the other team didn't want it, the other team didn't try. It's a hollow victory. I'm not having it. I'm not having it. Nonsense. They beat City fair and square. And I was watching that game. Those City players were trying to score. They were trying to win. Why would they have a shot cleared off the line if they weren't trying to win? Why would you risk that goal going in? Makes no sense. I was told Chelsea had 2 first teams. My message to Don is 1-0 Man United. Me and Don have got a little competition about whose squad's better. I think his squad is better than ours, slightly. He thinks it's miles ahead. So far, we're 1-0 this season against Chelsea because we've gone further in the first cup competition. Just saying. By the end of the season, we're going to weigh up who had the best squad, worst squad, whatever. So, yeah, 1-0. That's just between me and Don, by the way. The fact that we scored 5 goals tells me players look like they have been free of the dark clouds, not excusing player performances, but they looked relieved, regardless who managed, we're winning on Sunday. Yeah, look, there's reports now we're not going to get Amorim until the 10th of November. We'll see if that transpires. I'm not overly fussed if it's true, if I'm being honest with you. If that's the way it has to be, we'll cross that bridge when we get there. I'm sure we're going to learn a lot more about it. But look, we've got a chance against Chelsea. I believe we've got a chance. I'm not saying guarantee to win. We've got a chance. There's no doubt about it. And listen, I don't believe in this player power stuff that's being spoken about at the moment. Those players were unhappy with how they were being made to train, the system that was being deployed, and you can see it on their body with their body language. So I'm happy they're looking better. Disappointing for Chelsea fans, but I don't think that's true for the club. Otherwise, Palmer and Caicedo wouldn't get 0 minutes. Sorry? Disappointing for Chelsea fans, but I don't think that's true for the club. Oh, you mean... Yeah, listen, I understand. Listen, just because you're trying to win every trophy doesn't mean you're going to play your best players in every game. You have to rotate. But you're not rotating because you don't care about winning. You're rotating because the only way to win every single tournament you're in is by rotating. Which is why winning trebles and quadruples is harder than invincibles. It's the hardest thing to do in football because you can't play your best 11. I shudder to think, you know what I'm saying? So they tried to win. Chelsea tried to win, but they're trying to win while also rotating like loads of teams do. Bitter feeling with the injuries. Yeah, obviously Van der Ven went off injured, which is not great for him. I'm happy. Happy we won, but very heavy cost. Van der Ven out for a while with a hamstring. Yeah, the way he looked like he was in tears as he was going down that touchline, which probably means it felt like the last time. And if you've ever had proper sporting injuries, I remember my knee when it went, I was out for months. I remember being back about a year and I was in a fight, a very small tournament, and I didn't really do anything. I went to move. I went to make a movement and I felt it go, and the pain was the same. And I remember just getting taken to the medical room, and I just remember my eyes welling up. And it wasn't the pain that was making me want to cry. It was that feeling of the rest of my season's over. So I'm not saying his season's over, but by the way, if you keep getting those bad tears, they get worse each time and you lose pace each time. So yeah, not a great thing for him. What's that? Something just banged on my door. Might be my dog. Sometimes my dog brings balls down and throws them at the door for me to come out and play with him. Is that you, Rocky? I'll be out in a minute. I love my dog. He's my best friend. Now I'm getting scared. It's 2 bangs. Who's at my door? I'm getting scared. I'm scared. If I hear it. Is that a 3rd one? I'm a bit nervous. Everybody else is asleep. Oh, it's gone now. I say that and it bangs again. What have I got in here? I've got a glass here, so I'll be all right. Someone comes in. Anyway, Enzo Maresca threw the cup away. No, not having it, Dyke. Not having it, Dyke. Not having it, Dyke. I know you're joking. You're a great guy, Dyke. I love you. What City fans play like it doesn't hurt them? Of course they're going to say that, but it does hurt them. Spurs are getting baptized in the Premier League by City. Less competitions, Chelsea, big squad, going to be... Yeah, I mean, that was... a lot of Chelsea fans said we're going to rotate a lot in the other competitions, which is what they needed to do. They're out of one now. They've still got, in fairness, though, they've still got the loads of games in the Conference League, which they're going to rotate heavily in as well. Unfortunate for Van der Ven to be injured, but this was called out on TFT before the pace he runs. He is prone to hamstring injuries, and Spurs fans ignored it. Well, I think it was Henry that spoke about it, and the fact that he keeps having to make those recovery runs again and again and again and again. At some point, those hamstrings are going to go, especially as they've already gone once. So, yeah, that makes a lot of sense. We're going to bring the panel out now to have their say. We've got a lot of people backstage. Jacob is here. We've got Alex. We've got Staffy's there. I saw Staffy actually like a tweet I put out about Bruno Fernandez. I was like, oh, my God, Man United fans are happy because my guy is liking a tweet about Bruno. I loved it. We got, Hamza's backstage. Look at him. He's crying. He's crying. All right, let's not be. No, he's not crying. He's just why are you putting on an Arsenal shirt, Hamza? Put it away. Tom Little's here. We've got Saad as well, and obviously my brother KJ is joining us now. Make sure you all hit the like buttons and make sure you're subscribing. Everybody's on their way out and onto the show now. Hello. Can we do? I think we probably can't quite. Oh no, I missed Hamza. We can't quite put all the winners on the top and losers on the bottom, but smile if you scored 5 goals tonight. Hey! Smile if your club didn't play terrorist football tonight. Hey! Smile if you're still in the cup. Hey! I'm going to go to Jacob first, actually. We are going to... A big victory for you tonight, Jacob. You beat the best team in the country. A lot of people thought you were going to go out. Talk to me.
Well, these Spurs fans. Every week is a roller coaster with these Spurs fans, and I've always maintained one simple opinion, which is Ainge is the right man for Ainge does know what he's doing. And anyone who doubts that, then you're doubting what your eyes are telling you because your mind and your heart tell you something else. And that's okay. We all make mistakes in life, but I'm not saying that this was a great performance by any means. We probably should have won by 4, 5. If Timo Werner was any better of a footballer, I think he would have had at least a hat trick today. Richarlison could have had himself a goal or two. That's 5 goals that we could have scored. And that just, again, speaks to the chances that Ange Postecoglou's tactics create. And for me, it's just nice. We won. We're still in it, which is the most important thing at the end of the day. I didn't care how we won it. I actually haven't even looked at the numbers, but it didn't seem like we had most of the ball. So, again, just winning in a style in which we don't typically show. And that just, to me, dispels all the myths that I continually hear. But, it's one of those things you just got to keep proving it. And before this match, Spurs fans also said, it doesn't matter. Win or lose, we'll probably beat City. And it still doesn't matter. I think Ainge doesn't know what he's doing. And that's just some people's opinions. Until you win a competition like the Carabao Cup or the FA Cup, you're going to always have your doubters. And I think Ainge thrives under that kind of pressure personally. So to see the players go out there, I thought Timo Werner was great for the first, 15 minutes or so. And then after that, it was just back to the Timo Werner we always know. Brennan Johnson was good. I thought, he had a cheeky little pass to help set up that first goal. And really both of those goals, Pablo Matasar, I don't know that you could hit that any better than the way he did. I feel bad for the keeper, actually, because I played keeper. And when you on a set piece, especially, it's hard to see when the ball's getting banged around a lot. And, he got beat on near post. Very, very slick shot. I've never seen Pop Matasar finish like that. So very nice to see from him. He got the yellow, got hooked at halftime, and then Basuma came on and pretty much saved the game. So, again, Basuma and Pop Matasar showed to me that they're 2 of our most vital midfielders. You throw in Kulusevski, who had his arguably worst game versus Palace, but today was an engine front, back, side, left, right. No, I don't care what name you got on for the area of the pitch. He's cooking in it. And, Basuma saving us a goal there so we don't have to go to pins. I like that as well. Not a lot really upset to say except for Van de Ven's tears really hurt. I'm tired of seeing that. It's now a yearly event, and I don't like it. But outside of that, it's a really good game that we needed this win. I think Spurs fans needed this win to have any kind of hope in anything happening this season going their way.
Listen, you certainly do, and especially having to want to win that trophy. Just a big update for everybody. It was my dog throwing his ball at the door. He's
That's good news.
quite
That wasn't actually
it's quite a clever dog. What he does when nobody's there to play with him, he throws the tennis ball at the door, so it bounces, and he runs after it. It's pretty clever. I thought he plays fetch by himself. Like, it's a smart dog. It's a smart dog to be fetch by himself. Was that KJ?
Yeah, well, that reminds me of Kulusevski on the pitch today, like a dog chasing the ball. Wherever the ball went, there's Kulusevski. So big shout out to Kulusevski. It's good to see him. He's been our most consistent performer. And, I thought he was one of our better players today. Rodrigo Bentancur was also doing fantastic. I thought he was actually kind of playing violent in the beginning parts. I think he has a problem with Man City. I don't know. But, I just very good bounce back win. Should have won by more. I don't really buy into the narrative. For some reason, there's rivals, which I understand rivals saying, oh, City didn't want to win it. City play the kids, etc. But I'm already hearing Spurs fans say that as well. So everyone thinks that City didn't want it. Pep didn't want to play in it. So if that's what everyone wants to run with, that's fine. Either way, I thought we dominated that game and should have won by more.
Hamza, obviously you get knocked out of the tournament tonight. Disappointing for you and the club. Lots of big stars out there, but you got done by Spurs. How you feeling? And what went wrong from a City perspective tonight?
Oh my God, I can't believe I'm on Carabao Cup. What a joke, man. Get out of here, man. Get out of here, man. Literally, that's your level. Bro, look how shameful it is to ask me a question like that. Like, literally. Listen, Carabao Cup's more for cups for us. I'm not being arrogant, but we've won it multiple times. Congratulations to Spurs. That literally they deserved it today. I said it before the game. Come out that competition. I don't care about it. I don't rate it. I've won Ballon d'Or. We just come from winning Ballon d'Or, getting Madrid not to turn up in a competition. Fiorentino, Perez, Vinicius, and Bellingham. You want me to care about Carabao Cup? You must be joking. And I hope the FA are watching that, because that's how arrogant we are. Because we don't care about Carabao Cup. But you know what? Today, our boys, our youngsters, came out there, played well. I thought we were 2-0 down.
How old Gundogan?
My youngsters and people like Jacob Wright was incredible. He came on. He was cooking. Rico Lewis was impressive. He was only 18 years old. Makati played well. Nunes absolutely, he's been brilliant. Luckily, the fact that the injury of Doku and Grealish has helped him. So Nunes is playing amazing. He scored 2 goals, 4-5 assists already in 2-3 games. I think it's an incredible achievement already, what he's done. So the only thing that I think Spurs had a full team. I'll criticize Man City for one thing. Like, we should have been selfish and gone out there, man. We've been so nice having this net spend of 250 million every year.
Sorry, I'm gonna interject very quickly because the draw is about to start. So we're gonna do the draw live, and then we'll come back to your waffle about not being upset.
Okay.
Can I ask you a quick question? A quick question before we go further. Would you rather win the Carabao Cup or a player win the Ballon d'Or at your club?
Ballon d'Or? Are you joking? Carabao Cup only get 800,000. No one cares about Cup. Kids in Malaysia and all that sleep in Brazil. No one watches Carabao Cup.
What about another question?
No,
So another question.
Another
question. Another question. FA Cup or Ballon d'Or?
Ballon d'Or.
Okay, the draw's starting now. We'll come back to this. Right, the first name out of the hat is number 8. That is number 8, and that is Tottenham Hotspur will be at home. Tottenham Hotspur will be at home. And they will play number...
It's good.
5, which is Manchester United. Man United go away to Tottenham in the quarter-final of the Carabao Cup. Not the best of draws, but it's Spurs. It's a cup competition. I'm happy. Next name out, number 7. I don't know who this is. That's Arsenal will be at home. Arsenal will be at home, and they will play number 3, and that is Crystal Palace. Arsenal will play Crystal Palace at home. So Arsenal should be into the semi-final. The next name out is number 6, and that is Newcastle United at home. Please be Liverpool. Give them Liverpool, for God's sake.
Please don't be Liverpool.
That will be number 1. So they play Brentford.
We got Southampton.
Liverpool got Southampton. Liverpool will play Southampton in the next round. And that's just to let you know, so Liverpool's number 2 has come out. I think Liverpool's you are away to Southampton in that game.
Ooh.
What number is Chelsea? What number is
St.
Chelsea?
Not St. Mary's. Oh no. How
You
we
do
ever
realize
handle that?
you do realize they're the club that a couple of seasons ago knocked out City, right? At their ground. Just saying. Just putting it out
We're
there.
not City.
Somebody needs to.
KJ,
screen
your
record
mic ain't
this
working, bro. You're not muted,
and,
but your mic ain't working.
and get me this Tom Little clip, bro. I need this Tom Little clip. Oh, St. Mary's, bro. Because if they drop out that game, bro.
You know what? This might live like the Atalanta one. Remember
Yeah,
that? You guys
Aslan's are a good team. I'm not scared of Adam Armstrong.
I'm not saying you should be scared. Jacob, from your point of view, you're drawn against Manchester United at home. How you feeling about that?
Well, I feel better about it being at home, number one, because our form away is pretty atrocious at the moment. So playing at home, I feel confident. We beat this team already. I feel confident about that aspect. It's a new manager. There's obviously going to be that new manager bounce. And there's going to be, I'm assuming, some kind of actual identity that they play. But either way, it would have never changed how we set up or approach the game at all. So I feel pretty good about it, actually, because I feel like Crystal Palace at home is one of those, or Southampton would have been like, yeah, Spurs are definitely going to slip up there. And I prefer this because it feels like, and I've always felt this way about any competition. In order to be the best in any competition, you have to beat the best. We just took care of City. We'll take care of United, and then who's left? Arsenal? Come on next.
Well, yeah,
I hope we
you're
get
probably
Arsenal after that.
I mean, look, one of us is into the semi-final. That's what's a guarantee about this. And you would assume that both Arsenal and Liverpool would win their games and be in the semi-finals. And then it's between Newcastle and Brentford. I mean, you could end up with a really tasty two semi-finals in the comp. That's the one thing you would say with these draws that have just happened. The semi-finals are going to be hard for you're probably not going to get easy unless Liverpool bottle it and Arsenal bottle it. There's probably not going to be easy semi-finals. Which, but again, as you say, if you're going to play someone difficult, I'd rather play them now and get it out of the way. So yeah, I'm not gutted about Spurs. I wouldn't have wanted Spurs away. I'd rather it at home, but we take it. You know, this is a cup competition. We'll have a new manager by then. So happy days. Happy days. Viewers, give us your thoughts and give us your feelings. Before we get onto the positive stuff, Alex, Chelsea went out tonight. They were dumped out by Newcastle. It looked like a really poor performance from a lot of your players tonight, especially the attackers, the defenders with calamities. What you saying, Alex?
I'm saying Chelsea's playing City in Carabao Cup next round. That's what I'm saying. I'm upset with Maresca for one specific reason. And it's just upset. I'm not want him out or anything like that. You can play the B team, whatever team you want, but at least make players play in their position. Don't put that strawberry hole on the right like he's played there all his career. The guy had no idea what to do. He literally ran with his arms up and said, like, what are you supposed to do? What are you supposed to do? And he played for him at Leicester. Like, why? Why did you put that guy over there? And then Disasi and Badiashile, those two played with each other for 3 years in Monaco. They look like they first time met each other when they went on the pitch. Who clears the ball with outside of his foot, tried to clear it, and end up scoring his own goal? There's like, we have a shit defense, and there's extra like first team and the second team. There's like literally comparing shit with diarrhea. Like, that's how bad Colwill with Fofana is, and that's how bad Disasi and Badiashile is. But we have nothing. And I see on timeline there's a rumor apparently City want to get rid of one of our center backs, and I see people sniffing their nose. No, we don't need him. He's a bum. I was like, did you forget who we got? Like, we literally got Dumb and Dumber play today. I swear, man, I've never seen such a bad partnership in the defense like those two.
You need to stop shopping at Monaco. I'm gonna be honest with you. No more.
You never buy good players from Monaco, do you?
Staffy, I don't even know if it's like a shopping spree at Monaco, or whoever picked those players from there need to be fired. Because there's no way those two are defenders. No way. Badiashile, with a big ass forehead of his, cannot win the aerial duel. Did you see the size of that guy's forehead? You look like he's gonna knock people out when he going with that headers, but no, he can't. He literally can't. You can land airplanes on that forehead, but he cannot hit the header. His hairhead, his like forehead is big as what's his name? Hamza's bald ass head. Like that's how big is his forehead.
Yo, my fault, it's more, man.
Yeah, it's about the same size as Badiashili's forehead. I swear, man.
Alex, wallahi, that was rude, Alex. That was rude.
I
He already got Hamza already.
Listen,
When he
I'm
said
saying
that,
I'm
Hamza
doing
caught the
that.
stray, bro. Hamza caught the stray already, and then he makes sure.
That wasn't straight.
Listen,
That
I
was
just
direct
like
shot.
I was looking at my
Yeah.
photo
Yeah,
there.
KJ, that was not
so
a stray.
bad.
God,
Like they're so bad, man. That oh, they are so
You're like,
bad.
but Alex, well, what was the issue though? Like, what actually went wrong besides the play? Like, what did Maresca get wrong in your opinion?
Oh, the players that he put out of position did not exist on the field. That Viagra guy, he was in the midfield. What was he doing in the midfield? Why not play him at the left back and put the freaking midfielder that Casadei kid? Put him as a midfielder. At least he knows his role. But that KDH guy, why is he there? It's like Mason Mount on the wing all over. Same thing, like literally two pale guys playing on the same side. I can't. There's no excuses. That's the only two reasons I'm upset with him. Otherwise, like the rest of the team, yeah, it's fine. It's a B team. Felix, he wants to be a hero. He wants to be ripping the short. I scored the goal instead of passing to the player and play as a team player. That's why he's not playing with the team, because he's individual. And then Kunku today did the same thing. They all want to be a heroes. There's a reason why they're on the B team, because they don't think like the team, but think like a bunch of individuals. And that Ukraine Bolt, at least he had some kind of first touch today. He didn't chase his own first touch today. Yay! We got Ukraine Bolt back on the team. Now everybody's saying like he should start.
Mudrik's an interesting one because there's still a lot of Chelsea fans, you know, and I am going to call some out on the show because, you know, they've got the right of reply on the terrace. Like Don consistently tells us that he has a massively high ceiling. Do you see that as a Chelsea fan?
I'm a midget. I don't have that high ceiling as Don. I'm really short person. So if Don is that tall of a person, he can go walk into the halls with the ceilings. I'm really short guy. So for me, high ceilings, like Don can live in Taj Mahal. That's his ceilings. My house, regular standard 8-foot ceilings, no high ceilings. So talk to Don about the high ceilings of them.
Yeah,
I can predict the future. I know what you're saying.
Don's here now, actually. Don's here. Don seriously says that. Don seriously say that, actually. Don just arrived.
Well, he can answer your question then, because my house is a short
I asked that
ceiling.
question because you're slagging off Mihailo Mudrik, and I'm just saying.
No. He actually, like, I didn't slag enough. I actually thought that he was like, out of all the shit that went bad today, at least he didn't have to chase his own first touch.
Yeah, he wasn't bad. He wasn't bad today. He wasn't bad.
He wasn't. No, I didn't say the word.
Yeah, but you're basically saying out of all the shit on the pitch, he's one stunk the least. That's still not a compliment, bro.
No, he created some good chances today. What are you talking about? He created some good chances.
But that's not what I'm saying again.
What went wrong today for Chelsea, Don? What went wrong?
Bro, Maresca got it wrong, man. You know what I mean? We've got to hold that one, man. The setup today was completely wrong, Terry. When I looked at the lineup, I was trying to work out what he was trying to do. You know, I'm seeing Disasi right back. You don't know how much I hate Disasi at right back. I don't know what's going on with Gusto right now. It might be a fitness thing because he wasn't even on the bench today. He came off early the other day, quite early actually in the second half. I think was it like 60-something minute. So I expected him to start today. You had Dewsbury Hall playing at right wing. You know, Vega coming into the midfield, who I spoke about it on my pod yesterday. Vega's not a midfielder like that. He's a guy that's meant to be inverting from left back, right? And if you play him in midfield, it has to be last resort if you've got injuries and that. But starting him in midfield is not it for me, you know? Overall, like I said, if you set up the team like this, it's no surprise when guys don't perform. We had many poor performances in the first half. Newcastle had a clear game plan, bro. Press the fuck out of these lot. They're gonna do something at the back. And you saw it for the first goal they scored. You know, Badiashile, I don't know why he's giving it to Vega when you can clearly see he's being pressed. You know, for me, I'm not blaming Vega for that goal. Badiashile should have gone long in that situation. Vega gives it away. Absolute gift for Isak. Straight away, we don't recover from that. You know, Isak gets so much space on the left-hand side, Terry, crosses it in. And Disasi, bro, it's like man had 2 left legs. You know what I mean? 2 left feet, bro. I don't know what the hell he was doing for that second goal. You know? Second half, listen, Newcastle sat back. We tried, like you said, Terry, you're huffing and puffing. We just couldn't get anywhere, bro. I thought Mudryk on that side, he created at least 2 good chances for Nkuku in the box. Nkuku was shocking today. Shocking, bro. You know, I see Alex was trying to get onto Felix, but bro, I'll be real, Terry. He was the only one really in attack in the midfield there that was trying to really make something happen. He missed a massive chance. He missed a massive chance, but at least he was trying to shoot from outside the box. Because me, bro, I like midfielders that like to shoot from outside the box as well as in the box. And he was trying to make something happen. You know, Madueke came on. Again, he didn't really get the ball much. It was hard in the second half, man. Newcastle, they won the game in the first half. So we got to charge it, bro. We got to look at Maresca a lot today. I think he messed up. He messed up. And again, the players individually today, especially in the first half, they weren't good enough. They just weren't good enough.
Can we not also question Chelsea fans and how much they rate this B team? Because the same B team
finally
also lost to Servette, also struggled in the qualifiers. Like this B team that everyone goes on saying, bro, you lost 2-1 to Servette. You man have
lost 2-1 to Servette early. So you just ignore the rest of the games that we've had after that then?
No, but your B team, okay, your B team, yeah, this so-called B team that you've got, how good are they really? Because you guys are making it sound like they could compete in the Premier League by themselves.
No, but we expected. I spoke about this yesterday, bro. Today, I expected a combination. I expected a combination of the first team and a few of the B team players. I didn't want to make wholesale changes, KJ, because I knew Newcastle wouldn't change the whole team. Because number one, their depth is not as strong as ours, and number two, they want to win a trophy. I was saying Caicedo needs to start in this game, bro. I was saying Gusto needs to start in this game. He went with a lineup that I wouldn't have picked. You know what I mean? So, end of the day, this lineup that he went with today, for me, was not good enough to go all the way, bro. Like, if we won today, I would have been impressed. I'll be real with you, because Newcastle put out a very good lineup. You know what I'm saying? So, it is where it is, bro. It is where it is. He made the wrong decisions. You know, we had one sub today. Palmer didn't even come on. He's obviously got one eye on the game against United. You know, it's annoying because I'm not going to now say, oh, it's only the Carabao Cup and that. Because, bro, I want to win every trophy that we're in. You know what I'm trying to say? But I'll be real, we've still got the FA Cup. Obviously, Conference League, we need to make sure we're winning that. Listen, FA Cup, he needs to learn. When we've got these opponents like Newcastle and that, don't be going into the game making hella changes and expecting these men to do a thing, right? You need to make sure that you're playing some first-team players and part of the B team. It needs to be a mix of both. Today, there was just too many changes.
Yeah, but most of these players are good enough to start for your first team. Like, obviously, I didn't watch your game because all of us, we had our games at the same time. I look at the lineup. You want Jorgensen to start over Sanchez anyway, so you want him as a first teamer. You had Cucurella playing on the left, who I believe has been injured, so he probably came back today just for match fitness. So there you go. That's number 2. You got fucking Enzo Fernandez on the pitch, which we've been hearing about for a while now, that he's better than this and better than that. Even though he's in the second team right now, the only reason he's in the second team is because Caicedo and Lavia have been significantly better than him. You got Nkunku that, honestly, he could have been starting for you if you didn't switch Palmer to the 10 this year.
He's not a striker.
Okay, but he's still, like, I just named about 4. There's about 4 or 5 players that are good enough to start for you if Maresca chooses to do so. So this is not an excuse because I heard you this season say that you have a better squad than Liverpool. Sorry, you're better than Liverpool because your squad is deeper. But when we talk about how deep the squad is and they lose today, all of a sudden it's because all the B team played together. Like, I just don't get it. We got to be a little bit more.
This is what you're not going to do. You're not going to do that now because end of the day, we've got a very good squad, but you still need to use it correctly, bro. Right? And the squad today, the opponents that we had today, I would have not played this lineup today, bro. It would have been a mix and match for me personally, like I've said. That's what I'm saying. Maresca got it wrong, bro. Yeah? Our squad is deep. Our squad is very good. I rate our squad. But end of the day, it's still Newcastle, bro. They were playing Gordon than these, man. You know what I'm saying?
I kind of like all of a sudden.
They did have Gordon. They did have Gordon, but they started Wilcock. They started Longstaff. They started Kelly at centre back. Willock, sorry, not Wilcock. Sorry, I was thinking about Man United. They started like him. So they started Willock. They started Longstaff. They started Kelly at centre back, and that Cruff at right back. So they
or whatever.
didn't play their best 11 either. I would say that I get what you're saying about mixing it in with your first team as well, but there's some performances out there that are getting ripped into. Another Chelsea player, sorry, Alex, a Chelsea player that the Chelsea fans in our comment section, Chelsea fans online, getting a lot of stick again was Enzo Fernandez for another abject performance from him.
First half, he was poor, bro. You know, first half, like I said, people were just picking him out. There was many people I can pick out in the first half. Enzo was poor, Badeshu was poor, Disasi was poor, Dewsbury was poor, Nkuku was poor. I don't know why we're singling out Enzo as if he was the only one.
Because Enzo was a world record was a club record and British record transfer for a while.
But I think it's
hang on, Don. I'm looking at the whole team. I'm looking at everyone.
Hang on, but we're not going to do that either. You say you're not going to do that. We have spoken about other players on the show so far. Other people have been mentioned. Dizazi has been mentioned as an example. But Enzo Fernandez is one of your most expensive players, and he's been at your club for nearly 2 years now. So having conversations about his performances is fair. It can't always be every time he comes up. No. We're going to talk about everybody. I want. Why is it that he's still not? Sorry, Alex. I want to know, Don. Why is it that Enzo Fernandez cannot put together a string of 2 or 3 performances on the bounce where he looks good to very good at least? Why does he always look so average?
I have to give props to Newcastle in that first half, bro. They didn't allow us to play our game. You know, they pressed the fuck out of us, bro. We should have been going long today, right? We could not get out of that half in the first half. Was trying to get our foot in the ball, weren't controlling nothing. And like I said, their goals came from them literally pressing us, bro. You know what I'm saying?
That's the problem why I have with Enzo. That's exactly specific reason why I have problem with Enzo. Because Enzo should be the one that asking the balls from the center backs, not via Viagra. What's his name? Vega. That's exactly why I don't want him. Like why he's not the one.
He's not a midfielder.
Why
bro.
Vega? I know, but if you look at how we considered the first goal, Vega was on the left side of the deep of midfielder, right? With the playing out of possession. Where was he?
Where was who?
Where was Enzo?
Enzo.
Oh, Enzo, yeah, okay. Enzo should have been collected.
That we've been talking for the past 5 minutes. He should be there. So my problem with Enzo is not, we play with Maresca is the reason we like selective. Like that's not the problem. The problem is some players have to take the responsibility, and Enzo was one of them. I know you said that, but the main blunt you have, main problem you Chelsea fans sometimes has it. It's to find offensive players that makes mistakes, not the one that you like, and you pick and choose which one you like, and you go and slightly like around it, like a keeping at the arm's distance. You criticize him on the, how you say it, on the eye test criticism.
Level.
Yeah. You see what I'm saying? Like, yeah. I'll criticize him. Yeah, he didn't play well. I already said that. You can.
He did have a good first half. I didn't think he was bad in the second half, though. I think, to be fair, bro, I think he was poor in the first half. Second half, I don't think he was poor at all.
Here's another thing.
This game's it's not an isolated thing for Enzo Fernandez, though. What people are questioning is you paid 105 million. He's now your vice captain, but now he's suddenly already relegated to the B team. You know what I'm saying?
Look,
surely he should be the one on the pitch.
There's another problem.
He's not better than Caicedo and Lavia, though, is he?
There's another problem. There's another problem with Chelsea fans that, okay, if I said that Enzo has to be playing deep and receive ball between center backs, availability-wise, yes, people will say, oh, he played slightly higher. Okay, so why, if he played slightly higher, why Portuguese, what's his name, Mason Mount and Nkunku had to drop deep? Why those two had to drop deep if he's there higher? Why they have to come into the midfield?
I think when it comes to Enzo Fernandez, you're 2 years into this project with him. He just isn't Chelsea standard. He isn't Premier League standard, in my opinion. He cannot put the consistency of performances together. He'll have moments, he'll have phases in games where he looks good. But when you look at him, even when Chelsea 18, you've got Caicedo getting better, you've got Jackson looking better. Your manager is very good. Your coach is very good. People are improving. You look at You look at the growth of Cucurella as an example. Enzo's still looking the same as he was. There'll be good 10 minutes there. Oh, that was a good pass. That was a good touch. But nobody talks about what a good performance, what a good cluster of performances, game in, game out. And I just think, and I know that it isn't his fault that you paid the amount of money for him that you did, but at the end of the day, it's not Anthony's fault that we paid 90 million for him when we should have paid 15 million pound for him. The fact is we did pay 90 million pound for him, and that's the attention that he gets. Viewers, we'd love to get your thoughts, your feelings on this. I'm going to go to a few super chats. We are going to talk Man United on the show. We are going to be talking Liverpool and Arsenal as well.
I've got a couple ways, yeah.
All right, bro. Cheers,
Terry, you got Spurs next.
Yeah, way.
Make sure, you know what I mean? I'm going to see you on Friday.
I'm not worried about a team that doesn't know anything about winning trophies.
No, see you later, bruv. See you later, bruv. See you later, Don.
Talking like he's in the competition. You're outside of the club, baby.
You guys better make sure you win. I can't.
Bro, knockout game against a team that doesn't win trophies, and people think I'm going to be worried, bro. The Terrace is not here. The chest is different now.
Don then was moving like Richarlison when he saw that Vinny Jr. controversy.
I'm going to make it rain on them. Like, no, what you doing?
Oh, it's so funny. Super chat here says Don only remembers context when it's his favorite player like Enzo and Madueke. See how he speaks about Rice and Saka for contrast. This is the thing, but Don don't hear that. Don rejected that idea that he doesn't use different language and he uses context for everybody. He certainly does not at times. Staffy. We got 5 on it, baby.
The shackles are off. The shackles are off. Listen, I'm not going to do too much out of this game.
I can dance. I just want to praise you. Hey,
I got 5 on it.
All right, listen. Oh, go on, Staffy. Go ahead. Continue.
Listen, I'm not gonna make too much of it because it's Leicester. But I will not allow people to tell me also that it's just Leicester, because I've seen my team struggle against Newport County, against Coventry, against people forget we got knocked out in the same exact round last year to Newcastle's C team, not B team, C team. And we used to put out strong teams as well. So yes, this does mean something. You know why it means something? Because today you can actually look at United, look at Leicester, and be like, yo, this team is clear of the other team. They didn't beat them. They were clear of them. And that's what I needed to see today. Today looked like, honestly, I'm not trying to do too much, but it did look United of old in terms of the high intensity play, the consistent attacking, being resilient. Except for maybe the start of the second half, we really had our foot on their necks for the 90 minutes. And even when we made our subs, the subs were coming on. No one looked deflated. No one looked, Ahmed looked happy to come on. He wasn't upset they didn't start. He had a smile on his face, ear to ear, that he's coming on for 30 minutes and he could contribute. And we remained, and we put the pressure on him for the whole 90 minutes. That is the United I'm saying I'm back. I'm not saying United are back in terms of, oh my God, yes, we got our United back. We're going to win the league. That's not at all. The attitude was back. And that's what I needed to see. And honestly, I'm not even going to say I predicted that. All of us predicted the minute Ten Hag leaves, you're going to get a bounce back just because the sole fact that you got a different voice in the dressing room, telling them the tactics, telling them what to do, all that stuff. And I said the biggest thing to me from Root today was gonna be the in-game management, and his in-game management was good. All this today made me happy because I wanted to leave today with one thing, not necessarily the tactics. It was the morality. I wanted to see these players excited to play. I wanted to see these players hungry to play. Everyone today looked hungry. The midfield today was the best thing about us. When is the last time we had a midfield that looked amazing? This midfield today, Ugarte, I don't even rate. I said the worst things. You guys think I don't like Casemiro? Go listen to what I said about Ugarte. Today, this guy was an absolute beast on the pitch. And I said, if we are ever to get some use out of this guy, we have to dedicate him the way Chelsea used to dedicate N'Golo Kante. Today, I'm not saying by any means is he N'Golo Kante quality. The fact that he was everywhere on the pitch, pressing everywhere, always on time for the press. The counter press looked amazing. The interceptions that he made, the tackles that he made, that midfield today was absolutely monstrous. And Casemiro, I understand what people say. Oh, apologize to him. Oh, what you say about Casemiro? What are you saying now? Bro, I swear, at this point, I'm sure Casemiro saw my videos. Because the fact that everyone, I swear, when Casemiro scores, everyone comes to my chat. I had people saying Rance said hi. I'm like, even Rance has receipts on me talking about Casemiro. Guess what? He did what he did best, which is playing the 8. The guy is an absolute monster when it comes to being in the box. I am convinced that this guy, and listen, Tom, I know you're going to tell me Van Dijk. I get it. But bar maybe Van Dijk. I think this guy, I swear, in aerial duels, he might be the best in the world. The fact that he gets his head on every ball, whether it's in our box or the opposition's box, is absolutely insane. I've never seen anything like this. And he's not even an attacker. So, like, to be a midfielder and always win every header is insane to me. But listen, the whole team looked good. I have some reservations on our box defending because I think, like, the 2 goals that we considered, they were a little bit sloppy. Like, we need to be able to clear the ball a little bit better. Dallo was a little bit unlucky with his. Bayender, he punched it out, but no one cleared it. That's one thing that we need to work on because I think ever since Varane left, our box defending hasn't been that good. So that's one thing we need to work on. Other than that, bro, it's good to see the fans all excited. I've seen people tweet saying it feels like a Champions League night because everyone felt excited. We were always going to feel that way since it's the first game after Ten Hag. But listen, there's a lot to take from today going into the game on Sunday because there's a reason why Chelsea haven't beaten us for 11 years at home.
Can I be Rio Ferdinand?
I'm just saying, bro, listen, there's a reason why you guys haven't beat us for 11 years at home. And I'm not going to lie, and I'll tell you from now, it's about to be 12 years. That's all I needed to see to know that you guys are not beating us on Sunday.
Yeah.
And we'll talk about it more on Straight Facts on Friday, but I'm telling you from now, what I saw today from the fans, from the players, from Rude, from everything, it's about to be 12 years, bro.
I am going to go to you, KJ, but I know that Saad's got to get off to Hassam's show in a minute. Arsenal tonight, obviously, it wasn't a Premier League clash. You're playing against Preston, who I think are in the Championship. I might be wrong, but you look strong against them. But I really want to get your takes as well on Nwaneri and his performance tonight.
And refereeing. Was the refereeing up to standard today?
The refereeing was actually quite good today, Alex. Yeah, the refereeing. They weren't against us today, bro. They weren't against us today. You know what I mean? He actually let us off on some of them. But listen, Ethan Nwaneri, listen, I already said this last time I came onto your channel. I think he's a special talent, man. Special talent. I don't think he's generational like, you know, all of these great talents like Messi and all of these players that we've seen, because I don't think anybody in the world at the moment is anywhere near those levels. But listen, I think he's a really good talent. Somebody that I really want to see in the starting lineups, especially against like lower opponents in the Premier League. I think he can start games because even when he comes on, I saw him come on against Spurs. He showed determination and willingness to get forward and get the pass. Against Leicester, he also came on and made a difference. You saw him take a shot straight away, bro, and he's trying to get onto goal. He's trying to take shots. He's trying to create stuff. He's trying to make stuff happen, and that's what you need, man, from a youngster, man. He's really special on the ball. His ability to work in close counters and tight spaces, bro, is really good for a kid that young, man. So, listen, I was very happy with his performance, and his goal was absolutely brilliant. Top bins. The keeper didn't even move for it. He didn't even need to because I don't think he would have gotten to it anyway. I think it was a good performance from a lot of the players except for a few, and I do need to speak about them. Sterling, this guy, bro, I don't know how you get a free loan and you don't pay any loan fee, and I still feel like I got robbed, bro. Like I still feel like me paying whatever. Exactly, you're paying the wages.
He only plays for half.
I don't even know. I feel
if you paid for
like I'm getting
wages.
Robbed. No,
you would have paid full wages. You will play like a full person. This guy play for half.
This guy hustled
like a half person.
This guy hustled the whole Arsenal fan base. Yeah, when he done that interview to start off, you're gonna see a different Sterling. You ain't seen the best of me. And I'm like, bro, get this guy out of here, bro. Honestly, if we sent him back in January to Chelsea, I'll be a happy man. Go and get somebody else, bro. Go and get somebody else, man. This guy, he just ain't built for. Even in this game, he still looked out of it. Couldn't score. It looked awkward on the ball. Like it's just, I'm done. I'm done.
We got Chilwell for you in January. Chilwell is. I heard you.
No. Chill out. But yeah, man.
Yeah.
Listen,
I weren't watching the Arsenal,
but
I weren't watching the Arsenal game close enough to see.
Nobody did.
I was it was a little bit like, no, I had all the games on, but it was a little bit like the Chelsea game. When I looked up, every time I looked up, I saw Nwaneri doing something good. if that made sense. And whatever. I saw Kai Havertz's goal, which looked like a good team goal, a good bullet heller, but I didn't see too much of it, if that made sense. But it appeared a good performance. It appeared a good display. But again, it's Preston. It's
yeah.
I suppose by the time you guys got 2 up, you guys are probably focusing on like the Spurs game and other matches as well, because that's what happens on nights like tonight. But yeah, it's a good solid performance from yourselves. Who you got this weekend? Newcastle.
We got Newcastle. 12:30 kickoff. So
away as well, isn't it?
Ooh.
It's time to blame the referees again. I actually already saw the Twitters. I saw the Twitter from Arsenal fans. They found the guy is Liverpool fan. They found the guy was a Liverpool fan. I think the VAR guy.
But this is known stuff, bro. A lot of them are Liverpool fans. A lot of them are Man United fans. A lot of them will be those fan bases because they're all from up north, bro. They're all either Manx or all around that area.
But
they are, bro.
North conspiracy. The North conspiracy.
But they are, bro.
I see.
Guys, we all know that all of the managers.
Why are you 14,
north,
KJ?
bro?
The referees are supposed to be in your pocket. Why are you 14th?
Listen, man. They might have something against Man United, bro. They might have something against Man United. Who knows, bro?
But everyone's from Man City. All the refs from Man, innit? All the refs from
Hey, listen. They might support Man City, bro. Who knows, bro? They might be Man City.
We know Oliver does.
Yeah, 100%.
It's a big one again. Good. A question for you on Nwaneri. Do you want to see him start at the weekend? Do you think he deserves to start the next game?
No. The reason why I wouldn't start him, listen, they're a bit too physical, man. This team, and I don't know whether he's ready for that physical game yet. I wouldn't give him that game. I thought this guy should have started against Southampton. He should have started against Leicester, bro. But the manager just didn't give him the chance. And people were making excuses like, "Oh, we gotta ease him in. We gotta do this. We gotta do that." Like, I understand easing him in, bro. But if we're playing against like opponents that have just been promoted, surely he can play in that game. Do you know what I mean? So I don't think he should play against Newcastle. But listen, I still think he has a bright future, and I think there's plenty of game time to be given to him.
Newcastle away, it's a hard future no matter what.
But if you like 1 year, just get used to him in the Carabao Cup, because listen, Diego Artetaioni, listen, he's gonna go back to terrace football.
Is crazy.
Look, here's the thing that every fan base has those kind of things. They all can predict the players' futures. Like, we all know what kind of players they're gonna be, like what kind of world class they're gonna be. You know what I'm saying? Every fan base have those fans that can predict the future of the players. All I'm saying is, calm down, let the kid develop, and don't throw him into the wolves bin when you don't have to. And Newcastle away, it's a really tough place to do.
They've been needing a player like him all season, bro. They've seen it. Even if it wasn't COVID, Sad made a very good point. He said the Southamptons and them that they played this season, these are the times that he should have been getting minutes. Because we've seen your football without Odegaard all season. You've been struggling for a reason. And that's what I'm saying. Just get used to the haram football on the weekend again.
But Staffy, if he brings on Nwaneri, he loses a sub which he can make on his defence. He can't bring on all his defenders if he makes a sub in the midfield. So he's got to be careful.
I don't like how Tom's speaking when he just came to my house and dropped a stinker. Yeah, come on, calm down.
I think he's ready. I think he's ready to start. I think he should start. I understand what Staffy's saying about that. I don't really care what Arteta will and won't do. It's my opinion, and I think he should be starting now for Arsenal until Odegaard's back. I think he's ready. He looks good enough. There's no fear in this young man. It gives me a similar feeling to what I had when Mainu was breaking in and he came into some massive games and performed. The difference is, and why, listen, I never want a player to get injured, but why I was kind of glad that Mainu was taken out of the firing line for a few weeks is because I felt Mainu had a bit of regression in him playing under our previous manager. When Nwaneri's coming into a well-oiled system, a team with a good ethos, I see nothing but good things for him starting. Personally, I'm not too sure why he isn't starting, but yeah, he should be. Before we go back to some of these super chats and KJ, how do you say, Tom? A good win for yourselves tonight. A little nervy in the last 5 minutes with that little deflected goal, but overall solid performance from Liverpool. And you maintain Brighton's record of never having got past the fourth round of the League Cup.
Yeah, I mean, I actually thought. There was about 15 minutes after we scored, probably closer to 10 actually. 10 minutes after we scored, and then a little bit towards the end when they got their 2 goals. But outside of that, I thought we were the better team. You know, we put together some really nice passages of football that deserved some goals. There was a really good one towards the end of the first half where we play it back to front and pretty much everyone gets a touch of the ball and Robertson forces a really good save. And, you know, we played mostly a second string team today. Obviously, you know, Diaz and Gakpo played, who you know, Szoboszlai, but, you know, you've seen a back line that bar Robertson hasn't played since the last round, pretty much. Like the midfield, Tyler Morton got his first start of the season. Endo got his first start since the last round. Like we rotated, and Brighton rotated as well. Brighton had to because of injuries, but we went away to a tough away ground, you know, against a team that have caused problems this year, and putting a really solid performance. And Cody Gakpo, I can't get enough of him on that left hand side. I don't get why we didn't use him there more last season. The first goal was an absolute rocket. One thing about Cody Gakpo, he doesn't half welly the football. When he hits it well, oh my God, does he hit it well? The first one, screamer. The second one, it's past stealing goal before he can even do anything. And I thought he was great. I thought Bradley was really bright on that right-hand side. Gives it a much different dynamic to Trent, but it was something that we kind of needed with Diaz being out on the right and kind of not really getting into the game as much. I mean, then Diaz obviously got his goals towards the end when he was kind of drifting into the middle and off the left. I thought Tyler Morton had a good game. You can see he hasn't played this season. He was a little bit off the boil to start, but as we got into the game, he looked good. And obviously, the whole Quansah thing, I thought Quansah had a really good game up until the last 10 minutes. And he made the mistake for their first goal and his head went. And he's a player who's struggling for confidence at the minute, Quansah. Obviously, he had the whole thing on the first day with Ipswich. And he hasn't really had a chance to play since because Konate's been in such good form and he's been fit, which is a very rare occurrence. And today, it just felt like the moment he made that mistake for that first goal, he realised that he wasn't going to get to play again for a bit. And his head kind of went again. And I think the second one, the deflection is quite unlucky. I don't think he throws himself at the ball. I think he tries to move out the way.
I didn't watch the game, but did y'all rest any players at all?
Did we rest? They came out. So, like, Gravenberch didn't play at all. Trent didn't play at all.
Van Dijk and
Van Dijk didn't play at all. Salah came on for the last 20. Nunes came on for the last 20. McAllister came on for the last 30. And Tsimikas got a full game rest because I think
good game management. I didn't know like how he will approach the new manager. You know, like Klopp used to do. Klopp used to just dunk the like completely like kindergarten. Go.
Slott's got a different way of managing this group of players, and I think his ideas of rotation and stuff are a lot different to Klopp's, but they're good in their own way. Because I feel like it keeps players a lot more sharp, and so far it's been pretty all right at preventing the injuries that normally plague certain players at this point in the season. So long may it continue. And look, first season at the club, Arnie Slot has lost one game, drawn one game, and won the rest. I don't think you can ask for much more from your new manager, and he's into a quarter-final. Again, we got the easiest draw. I know it would have been better if it was at home, but we got the easiest draw against the Southampton team that play into anyone's hands in the Premier League. You get through that. Arnie Slott's got a semi-final in his first season at the football club, and no matter what way people want to look at it and try and knock it, you know, going, oh, it's just the Carabao Cup or whatever. You getting to a semi-final in your first season at a football club is no easy task. It's a good achievement for him, and it's something that will give us confidence. And you know, we were due an easy draw considering the 2 games we had previously in West Ham and Brighton. So I'm glad that we can sort of ride this out and enjoy the next round.
Yep. No, listen, I make you right on that. I really do. KJ, obviously, been waiting a while. How are you feeling after United win tonight?
Good, refreshed. You know, like Staffy said, the shackles are off. You know, a bit of freedom from Ten Hag's.
It's like Ollie's back, isn't it? It's like Ollie's back. All the reactions I'm seeing, it's like when Ollie beat Cardiff in that first game.
You know what? Yeah, that to be fair, Ollie's beating of Cardiff was, I think, a lot more fun because of like just the who scored and how we scored and some of the goals we scored. Actually, very similar.
hold on. I saw Casemiro smack one in from about 35 yards.
That goal was I thought that goal was gonna go over. I just sat there, it's like, oh crap, it went in. It was a flipping wild one. And then, funny enough, we scored a free kick like in the Ollie game as well. But no, it was a brilliant scoreline, something we needed to see. I'm very happy for Ruud because if he had lost this game, the banter's coming out, people are coming after him. People are saying, oh, you're basically just like Ten Hag, get out of the club as well. But he won the game and he didn't do anything spectacular. He set up the team to make sure that we were compact in the midfield, that we wasn't trying to get run through too much and be deadly on transitions. And after the first goal, we could have even scored 6 goals in that first half. That's how well we was playing. And going into Sunday, we just need to be a bit more defensively compact. I think we will be better on Sunday than we were today, but just for the fact that we won't play I don't think we'll play Lindelof at centre back because we know what Lindelof is.
Why? Who are you playing against Sunday?
We won't play Bayern there in nets because Bayern there, like, granted he's rusty because he barely plays for us, but yeah, looking a bit sketchy. And I think we should be starting Ahmad. Ahmad came on today and showed again his quality. He set up some good counter attacks. He had a bicycle kick that was so close to going in as well, and he has a little bit of extra quality in the attack that we are missing. Like today, as much as I love him, Rashford just didn't look like he didn't want to be out on the pitch. He was running, he was defending well, but in terms of his overall game, he was like he's playing within himself. And I think he just needs a rest, take him out of the spotlight for a little bit, wait for Amarin to talk to him, and just let Ahmad have his go. And yeah, like it's every day, man. As United fans, we've not had many of these. We've not had many of these.
It was one of them games today, wasn't it? Where there are a few things to criticize, but it's been so long since we've scored goals, so long since we've seen certain players play well. I'm not even that worried today. I'm not worried about some of those little panicky things, especially because Ruud isn't going to be our manager moving forward longer term. So it's just some good vibes and some wins. Super chat here from Jerome says, Hamza, I swear I cannot take you seriously. You are the definition of a plastic fan. With all the injuries for City, you'll be crying very soon. Do you know what's interesting, Jerome, when you say that? Him saying that he would turn down Carabao Cups and FA Cups for his players to win Ballon d'Ors. For me, that's an horrendous take. I know logically saying that might mean that you're winning Champions Leagues every year, as maybe, right? And it means you're probably winning your league title. But I wouldn't, if someone said to me now, Terry, you could win a trophy every single year now forever, but it means no one in your club will ever win a Ballon d'Or again. I'm picking the trophies every year, every single time. Like the trophies have got to mean more.
The reason Hamza wants that, so we can parade something in front of somebody. You know what I'm saying? That he wants that thing.
But we also do this to the Carabao Cup. Samu isn't here, but when Man United won it under Ten Hag, he had a very famous viral rant about the players having their flags around their shoulders. A year later, when his team's winning it, he's got his flag out around his shoulders. It's just embarrassing. Oh crap, United with the new manager bounce. I don't like this draw, but if we beat United, then we are winning this. You might do.
Yeah.
Tottenham. Was that a Tottenham fan?
Yeah.
Big respect to Newcastle for putting 2 past the Monaco disaster brothers. A question for the panel: would Ten Hag be a better manager at Newcastle?
Potentially. I don't know. Maybe.
At this point, no. I think he's too scarred from United. If this was Ten Hag going
leave
to
the Prem
beforehand,
leave the Prem,
then maybe. But right now, he's too much damaged goods in the Premier League.
What this says here? Spade.
Oh, spade a spade. He's trying to say call a spade a spade. Enzo, but he's talking about Enzo. I remember when this came
I will say Don's defense of him is so funny now, isn't it? You can't. Why are we just talking about? That's all Chelsea fans that love him say now. Why are we talking about him? I mean, you've got to remember, Don's a guy that told me on the squad about 9 months ago, he is the makings of a bona fide Chelsea player. He now says he can't even get into his first team. So again, he's a Chelsea fringe player. Like it's crazy.
Terry, that's one of the later things he said on Fernandez. That man said that Pep Guardiola would drop Bernardo Silva out of his Man City team to play Enzo Fernandez.
And build around, was it him that said build around him?
And build around him alongside Rodri.
And this is it. Don's just got to admit I was wrong. But the fact that why was he so bad in the first half? Oh, I've got to praise Newcastle, man. The man's shameless. I love it though. Why were Neto, Jackson, Reece, Gusto, Fofana, Caicedo, Lavia not even on the bench? Why didn't he bring on Palmer, Colwell, and Carney? It's on Maresca over confident.
No, I don't.
Happy with United scoring, but we look shaky at the back at times. We looked really poor from crosses. Need to tighten that up. I agree with that, Patrick. And Runin here says Enzo Maresca would never have chosen Enzo Fernandez for his system. He's a Poch player. They keep trying to fit him in because of the cost. 11 changes from the team that won on Sunday shows the priority of the club.
I mean, could be.
Yeah. I mean, look, winning in the Premier League
was signed by Graham Potter. Didn't work under Potter. Then had like 7 or 8 games on the Lampard, but didn't work under Lampard.
Fernandez was
then
signed
had a full
by Chelsea
season
Football
under
Club.
Pochettino and didn't work under Pochettino.
Well,
and is now not working under Enzo Maresca.
Tom, even more on that. Let's actually boil it down to what it is. He was signed by Chelsea Football Club. Chelsea Football Club don't sign players for managers. They sign players for their system that the managers coach. That's how every single fucking big club is run. So it's ruining. I love you, bro. You super chat a lot, but it's not a Poch player. It's not an Enzo player. You know, fair enough. Enzo's probably said, look, Dewsbury Hall. But Dewsbury Hall only got picked because he fit the profile of what the club is trying to do. Look, I want to thank everyone who's tuned in. This video is going to redirect you to Hassam's channel for Al Hawa. I probably said it wrong, but that's how I say it. So go over there and support him on that. Go over there and hit the like button. Thank you all for tuning in. It means a great deal to us over here at the Terrace. We're back tomorrow with a fan channel review show in the morning, plus the top 6 show previewing the weekend's games ahead. Until next time, take care. Goodbye. God bless. And I will see you all again very, very soon. Peace.